say goodbye to La-Di-Da Plains for now. Instead, we'll be saying hello to Whose Wood? Whose Wood? Whose Wood? I'm so sorry, that was not a very funny joke at all. Let's just get straight into it. So right off the bat, we find ourselves in a lovely little mushroom forest right underneath a parakarry. Ugh, I make that mistake every single time, and I say that because in Paper Mario, you had a partner that was a Koopa, and his name was Parakarry. Let's carefully float our way over here, make our way down, and into this pipe. According to Peach, there's a secret in here that I want. And these annoying crybaby plant things. Can I not eat them? Oh shoot! The children are too powerful! They're gonna kill me! No! Alright, this is definitely not how I want to start off Whose Wood. This is a little bit on the embarrassing side, I will not lie. And, doff my eyes deceive me, there's a toad over there. And also, I have absolutely no more vibe points, so maybe I'll dip out, replenish, and get back in. Alright, take two. We jump into the air, we go joyful, we go all the way up. Watch out, just barely make it. Yes, and finally get the first toad of the area. Holy cow, why was that so complicated? Now we can finally make our way over to a different area of Whose Wood. But what I want to know is, whose wood is it anyways? Come on guys, you gotta find me funny at least a little bit. Moving right along, there's one of these little brown boxes. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that, and I will activate a hidden platform. A little bit further ahead, and there's a second one, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that to open up the second platform. Once we make our way all the way up, all we gotta do is do a little bit of precision platforming, which apparently I'm very good at doing. And then, once we get up here, get down this pipe. Look, I'll be honest, if it comes to my personal choices and my personal review on this game, a big thing that's really irritating me is just how slippery Peach can be. It often feels like she slides way farther than I want her to, and I spend more time trying to correct my movement and not die again. Jeez. One of these days we'll be able to make it through without getting hurt, I promise. There we go, that day was today. Except the new problem now is that I probably don't have enough vibe energy to do something if something does come up. If we make our way a bit deeper into Whose Wood, we'll find ourselves in front of all these pipes. We can go ahead and start entering a couple of them with little to no penalty to my knowledge at the very least. And as we saw in the first area, there was a little pink box that we're definitely going to have to come back for at some point. If we keep running our way through, we can take care of the parakarries on the way down this pipe and into this little slot right here that leads to the toad. A bit of a roundabout way to get to him, but welcome nonetheless. Now we just wait for that platform to bring us up to this pipe here, which leads up to these platforms up top, which in turn gives us a ton of money. And you got the score for La-Di-Da Plains too. Access it under menu on the touchscreen. No coin left behind. Let's make our way back down this pipe. So satisfying. I don't know if this is just a really weird question to ask, but do you think going through those pipes is super warm? Or is it like kind of a cold, streaky feeling? Moving right along, we can head into this next area, break the little Yoshi blocks along the way, and get the third and final toad on the way through. So satisfying. We took care of everything in one fell swoop. Nice and clean. Now all we gotta do is grab ourselves a nice little walnut, hit this bag right here, go ahead and get tons and tons of money, watch out for the bullet bills along the way, and make our way happily and safely to the finish line. Today is the day I redeem myself. Hey, now's not the time! Oh shoot, dang it. I was trying to dodge the bullet bill. Darn it. Well, you know what? It was totally calculated. I meant to do that. I specifically needed 10 for a very specific reason, and the reason is we're actually going to briefly stop by the shop so we can talk a little bit about it. Welcome to the shop! This is why I kept saying that money in this game is so important. You can get upgrades throughout your journey that can make parry so much more powerful and make your journey that much easier. Speaking of, and especially in relation to having a couple of movement ability issues, the Floatbrella really helps for fine-tuning. But as you can see here, this stuff gets pretty expensive, and if you're bad at doing the go post like I am, you're gonna be a little tight on money. So at least for now, why don't we get ourselves the Floatbrella? You got an ability! The Floatbrella! Hold the app button while jumping. Your umbrella will float for a bit and allow you to fly. I love how dramatically intense the music is for what it is. I don't know, I mean, I guess it is like getting on Ida, but it's such like a, oh, get ready for the fight! And at least for now, I'm going to leave the shop. I'm just gonna go ahead and just have the Floatbrella. We'll come back for the other stuff. But having that Floatbrella should definitely help us in the coming days. You'll see. You'll see soon enough. It's everybody's favorite, an auto-scroller. You gotta love auto-scrollers, man. They're so much fun. Always my favorite thing in any game I play. I always look forward to having to someday play a auto-scroller at some point. We can't make our way down that pipe, so we can only push forward. Let's watch out for the spinies. Can this pipe be gone under? No, it cannot. Couple more blocks in our way, but we're doing fine so far. You know, honestly, I do jest though. I honestly don't mind auto-scrollers, and this one isn't so bad either. Peach feels like there's something here on this level. I'll try and keep an eye out for it, but fingers crossed. Unless she's referring to this puzzle piece right here, then yes, I kept my eye open for it. There are definitely many games that I feel like have way worse auto-scrollers, some that I even played on this channel. It's definitely not my most favorite thing in the world, I'll be totally honest about that, but I'm not exactly legitimately upset to be playing an auto-scroller. As a once legendary man said, there is a time and a place for everything. Now is not the time. And you know what? All things considered, me having all this trouble with the spikes wouldn't be so much of an issue if I remembered that I had the Floatbrella with me. I make things way too unnecessarily hard for myself. But first, what I want to try to do is I'm just gonna go into joy mode, float my way. I'll tuck myself over and under so that I can get down to this toad. Up next is the lovely little duck guys from Yoshi. Oh, how I missed them so much. Oh, it's so nice to see them again. Unfortunately, you cannot pick them up. It just immediately swats them away, which is a bit of a shame, but no matter. As I mentioned before, the Floatbrella makes easy work of platforming. All the problems you may have been experiencing before with slippery controls, at least for me, I feel like are immediately resolved when it comes to this. There was a Lakitu chasing me until I absolutely obliterated him on the first try. Now all I really need to do is just rush my way through and get to the next area as quickly as possible. Another great thing I like about Super Princess Peach that I feel like is often not really talked about is the fact that you can go through this level however you like. A lot of levels are very easily reversible. So as we go further into Whose Wood, we find ourselves in front of this wheel, not really sure what to do with it at first. It can be so irritating, so frustrating trying to figure out the answer to how to do this. So much so that I begin to cry. A loud noise came from somewhere. Floating across, we get ourselves our second toad. Now last time I checked, there was something I walked past initially. Aha! This pipe right here. Last time I checked, that pipe wasn't readily available to us, so that's definitely something new. Being out here in the woods can be very pleasant until you get bit by a mosquito. Luckily for me, I have the best bug repellent. Good luck getting my blood now. Now all we need to do is whack our way through absolutely everything. Over to the right here was a bunch of Yoshi blocks, but nothing secretly behind it, just a bunch of money. Now, it's gonna sound crazy, but what we want to do is jump down and float our way across. We're totally safe down here, promise. Jump over, smush that guy, and then happily get the third and final toad of the area. Then we can just go ahead and shoot our way back up and head on through. And now that we have everything that we need from Whose Wood 2-2, we can just push right on forward. Isn't that just nice? Oh, wait. Okay. There's no bullet bill to stop me this time. I want the star. Oh, why? I am never going to get that star at this rate. It's horrible. It's actually horrible. We're never gonna make enough money. Darn it. And to start things off rather pleasantly, of course there's piranhas everywhere. Right here there's a trail of coins. We want to jump up, use our happy little joy ability to float up to this section right here. Now all we need to do is wait for our ride. Carefully, and fall anyways. Fine. Luckily, I had just enough joy to do that again, but ideally we shouldn't keep messing up. Now, thank goodness for the float ability, because getting from one area to another would be an absolute chore without it. Otherwise, you'd be slip and sliding everywhere, trust me. But making our way through all of that allows us to get into this deep, dark section of Whose Wood that looks really pretty, honestly. We can carefully make our way past these duckbird guys to get our first toad of the area. I honestly really like this deep purple that's going on here too. Now we can just go ahead and just float all the way down, take care of a normal piranha instead of the little orange ones that have been spitting fireballs at me. There's yet another bundle of Yoshi blocks here, but again, we don't really need to worry too much about it. Breaking them all though has coins and gems of all the sorts that help to replenish us. All very welcome stuff indeed. Now this room is rather interesting. For starters, there's a whole bunch of coins up there, which is nice, but not what we're gonna focus on right away. Up next is a row of spikes, and then over to the left is another pipe. This pipe just leads us back up to the top, which is not very exciting. But we do find ourselves at yet another wheel. We know what to do. A loud noise came from somewhere. With that being said, we could probably take this pipe now and head back up properly. Jump across, watch out for the Goomba, get onto this platform, and keep making our way up slowly but surely. If we go up this right path first, we can find puzzle piece A, piece 10. Heading over to the right, we can get ourselves down this pipe and back on track. The wind here is rather fierce, so we want to grab this walnut and get all the money that we can get as quickly as possible. Then take care of this Koopa. Jeez, these guys have been rather nasty lately. The wind's going to slowly push us back, but we should be fine for the most part. Watching out for all the angry Koopas is going to be a must as we keep pushing our way through. We just gotta be careful. This isn't careful. This isn't careful at all. Oh gosh. Okay. No. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We are making a remarkable recovery. At least I sincerely hope so. Keep breaking blocks along the way. Keep watching out for the fire flower things. Keep getting coins. Keep doing everything that we can do. The next toad that I can see is already just above us, but first what I want to do is clear out the spiny. For this, we need to use our joy ability and use a tornado specifically to crank that up just enough so that we can finally get up and over. I don't know why they put these pipes in the way, but they don't really do much. This was already a blocked off area. The pipe really wasn't called for. And surprisingly, it looks like I missed a toad. That is not good. We'll have to come back in here in a second, but first, that's far more like it. 50 coins. See, I am good at video games. So apparently, I totally forgot about this pipe right here. I will be right back for this one, but first I need to go unlock it again. Now that we unlocked it, the pipe is up and we can finally head down it normally. And it is in here that the wind is strong again. And we really need to watch out for the bonsai bills. They're super big and they seem pretty nasty. But if we whack our way through all these Yoshi blocks and hit this block right here, we do get that final toad. Alright. Straight into the nitty gritty, straight into 2-4 of Hosewood. Oh gosh, another auto-scroller time. This is gonna be good. This time we're heading up. Well, that was remarkably fast. As you can see, I'm very good at video games. Honestly, all we need to do is watch out for the paratroopers and the enemies along the ways and we'll be good to go. To make matters even better, you can stand on top of these ladders and make your way through that way if it really seems like you're kind of stuck in a bind. Luckily though, it's not absolutely impossible to do this, although it may be impossible to get this puzzle piece and make it back to the pipe. Just make sure you don't forget it and quickly make your way up and out of here. Oh, wait, it stopped. Oh, dang it. I thought it was gonna get cut off and kill me. Darn it. Minigame. You got a minigame. Toad Jump. Access it under menu on the map screen. Sweet. I'm probably gonna take care of those later. In the meantime, I think I'll do the same as I always had and just keep pushing through Hosewood. So above me, there's a ton of donuts. Below me, there's a ton of Goombas. I wonder what they want me to do. Now this one should be a bit of a doozy. What I need to do is get up to this platform here, gear myself to go, ready, set, book it, run, have the absolute worst of your life, and just when you finish crying, you make it to the end, hit this box and get another toad. Perfectly done. And to make things better, there's a gem right here to replenish all that missing energy. These rolling logs here in the water always remind me of those like log flume rides you always see at amusement parks. I've honestly never actually been on one. I was always rather particular about like when I was dry and when I was wet. And to those rides were always so annoying to me because it's like, well, if I wanted to get wet, I'd rather be in a pool. If I'm honest, I've never actually been on any roller coaster. I don't know how much I'm really missing out on much of anything if I am missing out on anything. I can't seem to get these open. I'm trying to whack them to the best of my abilities, but I'm wondering now if I'm missing something. Ah, there we go. I guess I just had to whack it extra hard and I just didn't hit it hard enough. And I suppose it's the same deal with this one? Seems like it. Oh, that was a heaping amount of money. Definitely not complaining there. Oh hey, I haven't seen one of these in a second. Huh? Too many bats for you to pass? I think I recall that bats hate fire. Just as Perry says, if we find ourselves in a situation where there are way too many bats in our way, set ourselves ablaze and we can just scatter the bats apparently. Now we find ourselves in yet another one of these like dark muddy rooms that I kind of really like. There's just something about the green of the background that complements the purple overall that's really pleasant. Then you had the browns and the orange mixing in together and it's honestly a very pleasant color scheme. But art talk aside, let's use our joy ability, spin this wheel. Good to go, open up that hatch, head wide on through. Again, there's another pipe that kind of blocked the path a little bit, but it's not really necessary. We get our second toad anyways. Now that we're done with that area, we can keep heading on through, except that poor little duck is really going through it. He's gonna have a crying fit so impressive that it will stun anybody and everybody in his path. Now we make our way onto this area where there's a little bit of a piranha plant here that's being a bit of a jerk. Let's take care of him and his spike ball and get our third and final toad. Now that we got every toad, we're done here. We just need to get to the end, right? Making our way through, down this line, we end up at the next spot right here, and I'm going to do it again. 2 for 2? Let's try and get a 2 for 2. Let's see. Star. Yes! Yes! Oh my gosh! Look at me, I'm finally getting better at games. We are absolutely plowing our way through Who's Woods. Now we just gotta do 2-5. Another one of these little jerks again. We're gonna knock him out first and foremost, and his brother. I have been having such a great time just kind of having a romp through Who's Wood. It feels just kind of nice to just be here. I don't know how else to explain it. Sneaking my way into that pipe, there's 2 crystals, a path downwards with a whole bunch of spikes, a whole bunch of tears, a whole bunch of Koopas, and a whole lot of spikes. Once again, I am just genuinely curious what they want me to do, I wonder. Darn it, I kind of wanted to save that gem just in case I messed up, but now we gotta commit. For what it's worth, it's not too big of a deal. There's Koopas literally everywhere, so we should be fine in theory. And there's 2 gems up here as well. Now, just like last time, we need to line ourselves up. On your marks, get set, cry. And we're gonna jump, we're gonna jump, we're gonna run and jump. We're gonna try our best to jump over every single problem along our way, then stop crying to instead set ourselves on fire. We are a multi-purpose woman with a lot of emotions. And that's how we get the first toad of the area. This room allegedly has another secret to be had. Let's keep our eyes peeled and maybe we can somehow accidentally stumble our way across it. Maybe there's a giant coin arrow that kind of leads us to believe that there's something past this point. I don't know. Heading through the not so very secret path leads to the second toad of the area. Kinda sneaky, if there wasn't a giant coin arrow pointing to it. Up next in this room, we want to take our way up and around to try and get as many things as possible. Ah! Oh gosh, there were so many things happening there that just did not work out in my favor. So for starters, we need a little bit of height. Second off, I need that beeping to stop. Third off, I need to spin this wheel. I don't think that was enough. Oh no, that was enough. Thank goodness. That allows us to get the third and final toad of the area, so thank goodness for that. And that's our clearance. We're good to go. The reason I'm so flippant when it comes to the puzzle pieces and the music stuff compared to getting the toads is that you cannot beat the game until you have every single toad. So it's much easier on all of us as a whole if I just take care of all the toad stuff right here, right now, than try and backtrack later. Carefully keep floating my way across, or don't, oh gosh, or rather get overrun by Goombas. What I want to do ideally is time my jump so that I get enough height to float across. Then I just want to land on that spike right there, but I seem to be having a bit of a problem with it. Once we make our way over that spike room and all the crying Goombas, we can make ourselves right here nice and snug and get maybe a 3 for 3 when it comes to stars. I'd really like that. Right about now. Oh yeah, look at me go. Another 50 coins. All right. Final area. Are you ready? Because I'm feeling pretty ready. Let's take on the final boss of Who's Wood. Maybe we can finally figure out who is. Spin the platform with the stylus and help Peach reach the top. Are you ready to start? Yes, I am. This is pretty fun to do and takes a little bit of finessing, honestly. We want to watch out for the brambles that will stick out and stab us in the face. And we want to ideally spin our stylus around to give this log that Peach is on enough roll to get us all the way up. But we don't want to just spam it because if we end up ramming her head into a spike, she's not going to take it very well. Carefully keep making our way up. Slow it down just a little bit. It takes a little bit of finagling, I'll be honest. Oh gosh, we need to get up. We're doing good though. It definitely takes a little bit of finagling, I've noticed. It takes a little bit of like figuring out the right spin rotation before you can actually get this. But once you get it, you got it. It's so good to be back with the funky jazz music. What do you have to say for yourself? Just up ahead is the boss of this place, the owl. When it swoops, aim for its head and stomp on it. You think it's got an advantage in the air? But you can use joy to fly higher than it even can. And stop your joy vibe at the moment when it's directly beneath you to stomp on it. This fight's definitely going to take a lot of joy finagling, so wish me luck. I honestly really like how this guy looks. They really upped the ante with this fight. He's first going to start off by throwing a couple of minions at us, then swooping down just as Perry has said, and we can stomp him in the head. And, as I mentioned before, having the float brother really makes this fight so much easier to manage. Oh shoot, well there goes my chance to swoop on him because I got so distracted with his babies. This is why you always take out the children first, they're the weak link. I am taking way too much damage way too soon, it's a little embarrassing. Ouch, actually shoot, I'm very close to dying already. This is really not good. Let's let those eggs hatch instead and eat his children. I cannot in fact pick up his children. Oh no. You... Dang it, I don't want to die early. That's a little embarrassing. Alright, I guess we're in beep prison because I do not have the joy needed to handle this. Now all I need to do is get myself up just enough to get height above his head so that I can bonk him on the head or get hit by an egg and die. Unfortunate. Alright, let's try this a little more. Let's try this again, ideally with a little less getting hurt early on into the fight because that's a little bit embarrassing. We need all the health we can get and it's not exactly like I have a lot to begin with. Let's try our best to bait the eggs to come here in the middle and then us ourselves don't get too hurt in the process. Although I guess you'll be surprised with just how silly I can be, huh? Once more, he's gonna swoop down. Somehow we traded, which is a little bit annoying, but we're doing better. There's no beeping. How's about that? And to make matters even better, we have all our vibes as well. So what I'm going to do very quickly, we're going to joy our way up before he gets all the eggs going because it's going to be very annoying to deal with that. Bonk him on the head. Ah, dang it, I wanted to try and keep that height for as long as I could, but to no avail. No, no, no! Got him. Ooh, I thought I was gonna die again. Sorry guys for the beeping. You saved the toad! Speck. Same dream. Ugh. Oh, Grandpa. It's my grandpa! I know it. He'd take me up in the mountains to play. Must have fallen asleep again. Grandpa, how are you? Ah! There's no time for this! Not now! Once you've rested for a bit, we've got enemies to fight. I guess next time we're going to head in a completely opposite direction to go take care of Shriek Mansion. But for that, we're definitely going to take care of it in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, or you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.